Thank you, John, for agreeing to participate in my... Don't. Thank you, John, for agreeing to participate in my video for my assessment. So why we're here today is I'd really like to develop an in-depth understanding of your job as a training coordinator, because I'm unfamiliar with that field of work, but in particular grasp an understanding of why communication is important in your field of work. So if you would like to start off by telling me, why is communication important?
Well, there's several areas of communication required in my position at work. I said we must do the planning and plan the time to do the assessment, either practical or theory, in the classroom. Then ensure that the staff understand when they know to come in, and then once we've presented the material, the staff can give us a either theory or practical assessment at the end.
And this assessment is to show that they've understood what you've taught them, so that they've developed an understanding of what you've communicated to them.
Yeah, it is it gives me an idea whether I've communicated properly with the assessment, and if there's constantly a question or an area we're falling down and people are struggling with, we know to address that in the training provided. As I said, either in a practical, in loading or turning an aircraft around, or in the classroom with other theory-based training.
Yeah, and are you always training the same people, or are you bringing new people in?
We have about 450 on the ramp operations.
Yeah.
And we've also have we're currently or constantly bringing new staff into the business.
Yeah. And so how is communication important? Like, does your communication skills differ from working with your current staff than working and introducing new staff?
Yes, with my current staff, they understand the terminology used in equipments and phrases we use for working on the ramp. But then when you get new starters, you must explain what a piece of equipment is, and containers and everything for aircraft, and how to access things. And I said that everybody likes acronym nowadays, so you have to break down the acronym, explain what it means, and so you do basically take it basic English for the new starters.
Yeah, and do you find that it's difficult to communicate with the new staff? Like, I guess, do they find it difficult to sit in the classroom and listen to you? Do they feel comfortable coming in and being the new ones?
Well, with the new starters, I always do an icebreaker and get them up to introduce themselves and tell me what they're doing, and it just puts them all on a level playing field. And people think I'm a butcher, baker, or candlestick maker, or police officer, or and they've done other various fields. And they come into the Qantas group and think, we accept them, and always make them a bit humorous and make them as comfortable as possible.
So I guess making them introduce themselves and breaking the ice, as you said, is building that rapport with them, so that coming into a new area with unfamiliar people and I guess unfamiliar terminology, as you said, is making them feel more comfortable, and I guess makes it easier for them to progress and do the training and then complete the assessment in the end.
Yeah. Well, while you're running the presentation, you're always asking for feedback off the staff. You're prompting them and saying, Eliza, could you do this? Or Bill, could you do that? Or Mary, could you do that? So you're always asking for them to give you feedback while you're doing the training.
So you see that feedback is an important form of communication in your field of work. So you're constantly wanting feedback from them, but they're, I guess, wanting feedback from you. So if they're not successful in their assessment, understanding why they're maybe not successful.
That's correct. Yeah, I've asked for this evening, and I always tell my staff, I said, the silly question is a question not answered, so I will answer anything. If they don't understand it, I encourage them to be open with me and explain, ask me the question, because I said I don't want them getting out there and endangering people's lives on an aircraft.
Yeah, and then like me, not being familiar with that, I think I might find that particularly difficult because I'm a very shy person, and asking questions and feedback is something that I would struggle with. So is there something that you tell your staff or you work towards for them to overcome that?
You'll try and get them away again and speak to them one-on-one to ensure that they are understanding if they are a shy person. Are you having trouble? Are you enjoying the course? Is there anything I can help you with? So they're not, you're not pushing them or they're not threatened in that environment.